Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We have Craig Burley, we have Stevie Nicol and Nedum Onuoha. And just to let you all know, we had a 36-minute edition of Extra Time last night.
Well, I can
36 minutes?
Yeah, yes. I can officially tell you we won't be having it. We'll be suitably under that today.
My tea will be burnt. I've got my tea in the oven.
No record.
I mean, the chances of us getting more than 3.6 minutes today is doubtful.
All right, well, those of you watching at home...
You said it was weird.
It was a bit weird.
Was it weird people it was on?
It was just some conversations took a strange turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can answer the questions.
Yes. I'm taking up time. Maybe at home they're having bets on how long Extra Time's going to last.
Yeah.
Like the best man's speech.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a door over there. We'll just be walking out.
That must be about a minute we've already taken up, right? Just 35 more to go. All right, Nedum. Pep Guardiola was brought in to win the Champions League for Man City. Do you think his tenure will be seen as a failure if he fails to deliver it this season, considering it might be his last?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll be disappointed. I think City will be disappointed, but then they've also won a ton of Premier League titles and they've played some of the best football that, say, essentially all the Man City fan base has ever seen before. So I don't think I'd class it as just like a complete failure. But, you know, within that, you would have thought maybe they would have done it. But, you know, if they would have won it once and then never won a Premier League, would that be a failure? See, it's just about perspective. And I think overall, I think he's done a great job. And now they're always in with a chance at the start of every single season. So credit to him, because I think he's a success.
I think there will be those who would say that if he doesn't.
Oh, there's always one. There's always going to be people that say stupid stuff like that because they really don't. I really don't get what's happening. I mean, he didn't win the Champions League at Bayern Munich, but they still had great success. His tenure at Man City, for me, if they don't win the Champions League, will be seen as he's failed to win that trophy. He's failed in his objective to win that trophy, but he hasn't failed in his job at Man City, because I totally agree with Nedum. They've had, I mean, at one point they were mopping up every domestic trophy, including the Carabao Cup, which they've taken somewhat serious, and they've won it, I think, last 4 years in a row. They've scooped FA Cups and league titles, and they've played some great stuff. But it'll be more of a frustration that at those two clubs, Bayern and City, if he hasn't done it.
Who do you bring in if you sack him?
Good luck, huh?
Well, good luck, exactly. So that's why you don't sack him.
All right. Nedum, is Bernardo Silva one of the most underrated players in the world?
The world?
I think within this Man City side, maybe, yes, he gets spoken about less than others, but, you know, the fact that he's being put in the side ahead of other people just shows that, you know, within the people that matter the most in terms of who select the team, then he's trusted. You know, he's a key player for City. He's been there for a good few years now, and he makes a huge impact, and it's not just in the way which we'd expect to see, like against Chelsea last weekend. Some of the defensive stuff was incredible, as well as the stuff he was doing in attack, and just the sort of character and personality to get on the ball and make the right decisions. So I'd say in some ways perhaps he is underrated, but that's purely because he's playing alongside someone like a Kevin De Bruyne and other world-class players within there. But, you know, for people who watch the game properly, you know he's a top player, guaranteed.
So he's not underrated?
No.
No?
I'd like to see more goals from him, that's the only thing. But generally his all-round game is pretty good.
Not bad.
I'd say pretty good.
I'll get you all on this, but I'll start with you, Nedum, because they ask, which current Liverpool player can easily walk into the current Man City team? The starting 11.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy peasy.
Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk, and then maybe Mo Salah. They'd be the two that I'd say.
Maybe? Hold on a second. Why? What do you mean maybe? This is a team that's crying out for a goal, for somebody that can consistently score goals. Somebody that consistently put the ball in the back of the net.
But he doesn't play through the middle. He doesn't play through the middle. He doesn't play through the middle, Stevie.
Who cares?
Doesn't play through the middle, Stevie. Point. That's all people are saying. That's all people are saying.
But see, that's, and I don't. People have got the blinkers on, saying they need a centre forward, a goal scoring centre forward. It has to be a number 9. It has to be, well, that's. I've never said that. Liverpool is a great example of you don't need to have a number 9 who's your goal scorer. And Firmino, before the pandemic, was that man. He was the number 9. He was the guy that hadn't scored at Anfield for goodness knows how long. But because you've got a goal scorer in Salah, then it's okay. But you cannot turn around and say you wouldn't right now put Salah in City's team.
I tell you what,
100% you would.
Would you not throw Andy Robertson's name in there? Bearing in mind they have some issues at left back.
Absolutely. Zinchenko, Mendy.
Cancelo plays there.
Cancelo.
Cancelo's a very good player, but he's not essentially a left back.
None of the three of them can defend like Robertson.
We should have got you all to do a combined 11, shouldn't we?
No, we don't do that.
No, we don't know.
All right. Craig, do you see any new striker inclusion for Man City this January? A new striker coming in January.
They definitely need a goal-scoring centre-forward, don't they? If ever a team needed one.
No, I don't. I don't see them, because they're dining at the big boys' table, and so therefore they're chasing the creme de la creme, and they're generally not available in January transfer windows. So no, I don't see City doing anything until next summer now.
Oh, I like this next one.
Unless they know they're not getting Haaland. I'd have to think that Haaland and his dad and the agent have a preferred destination.
Yep.
And if City even think there's just no way they're getting them, then maybe they should move then.
For who?
For a Kane, for a Harry Kane. Come Christmas, Tottenham will be languishing at least in the middle, maybe below the middle of the table. And if you've done your levy, you're like, you know what, we might still get 100 and something for them. We need to do something, take the money.
All I want for Christmas is a
Maybe.
Harry Kane.
Well, if
All
I'm
right.
City, if I'm going back in for a striker in January, I'm not going back in with the same amount I did. So, I don't know. I don't think so.
You doubt
But
it'll happen.
You never know.
What's the silliest red card that you've got? I'll ask you all of this. I'll start with you, Nedum.
Red card that I received. There was one once where, get on this, you might be surprised to hear this one, but I was pulling on somebody's shoulder in attack, and I was free, so I was begging for the ball to be played, and the ball got played to me, a good ball, and I took one of the heaviest first touches in the history of professional football. And from there, I've ended up having to slide in a little bit on the keeper, and I've tried to dink it over him, and I've messed up, and I've retracted my leg, and there was a collision, but it wasn't a tackle or anything. And I'm on the floor thinking, oh my God, what a bad touch, what a bad miss. I might never score a goal in my career ever. And then I stand up and the referee comes over and shows me a red card. And it was one of the weirdest moments ever, because I was just disappointed that I didn't score. And then the next thing, I was walking off the field, and he got rescinded the next day. But again, I just thought, what a horrible first touch, and what bad things can happen when you don't have a clue what you're doing.
How many did you actually get when you said, oh, which one? How many red cards did you get?
Well, I've actually had one at Anfield, to be honest with you. But I think I had 3, possibly 4. I think it's 3.
Right.
How many did you get?
Never got one.
Never got one.
Never went off his feet, Stevie.
Nope. Stay on your feet.
Yeah.
Don't overkill.
You never had a red card?
Nope.
You must never have committed to a challenge.
No. I never missed a game through suspension either.
So you never missed time to tackle in your life?
I didn't say that. You said I never got sent off.
That's amazing.
I know.
And it's amazing that you never missed a game with suspension.
No.
Is that why you got annoyed at Ramos? And all those...
Well, that's partly it, yeah. Yeah, I think part of being
Sitting on your
a
high
good
horse.
player is not picking up record numbers of red and yellow cards. That's called using your brain.
Okay, I've saved you to last for a reason. I'm very interested in the
Why, I
answer to
didn't...
this.
Do you think I got a lot of red cards?
No, I don't think you got a lot of red cards.
I got a lot
but
of yellow cards.
I'm interested in what would have been the silliest red card you ever received.
I only got 2. One was right at the end of my career when I went to Dundee for a short period and I couldn't run. One was the other one was at the World Cup, when, not that I could run, but I was a little less slow, should we put it? And that would be the silliest one, at the World Cup in St Etienne. God, I hate St Etienne. Against Morocco, when I just stupidly lost the head and kicked the Moroccan lad and got a straight red in the World Cup final grip match, which was rather stupid.
Is it really true, though, about the red mist? Is that it? You just passed it?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. The game was going against us. I think we were 2-0 down. We weren't playing well. We had a chance to go through. The winners of this match were going to go through, and we were having a horrendous time.
What time in the game was it?
About 60-something minutes. Yeah. Just had enough time. I didn't want the tea from half-time to get cold.
Aye. Yeah, that would probably do it.
So I thought, got to time this right, get in for a hot cup. So that was. But you know, people always say to me, "Do you regret that?" And I'm like, "Listen, we go through life. Things happen."
Well, it's a nice anecdote for today's extra time.
Is it?
Yeah.
And by the way, we didn't qualify, and we got hammered in the newspaper. Know what the headline was? Morocco 3, morons 0. That was the back page of one of the Scottish tabloids.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't wait. The Scottish press couldn't wait. Every time you lost a game, they couldn't wait to get after the players, man. It was terrible, honest to God. Honestly.
Build you up to knock you down.
We used to get a bit of a pasting, yeah.
I have a feeling this next one is to annoy you a little bit, Craig.
All right, if it's annoying me,
Takes a lot to annoy him.
It's only a light little annoyance.
It's a Man United question.
It's a Man United question, but it's a player addressed by just his first name.
Okay.
All right.
Stevie. You can see why yesterday's extra time was slow, by the way.
Stevie/Craig, what's your views on Donny? Will he push to leave, or will Solskjaer give him the minutes that will convince him to stay?
Well, I've got to tell you, I don't have a view on him because I haven't seen that much of him.
Trust me, he's just going to fill some gaps in. Well, I was going to say the Carabao Cup, but they're out of that competition. No, he's not. The manager does not fancy him.
He needs
that's clear.
He needs to go and play.
Crystal.
Stevie, do you think Pirlo is the manager that Barcelona needs?
Well, off the back of what?
Apparently, he's very liked by Laporta.
What is he like? Good company or something? I mean,
that was a good wine.
What does Pirlo? No offence to Pirlo, but what has he done to make anybody think he could walk into Barcelona and do a good job? And the answer to that is
not much.
No. Well, what? Nothing. I haven't done anything. Took over a team that won 9 straight domestic titles and turned into a bit of a shambles.
All right, lastly, Craig, would you rather read Frank's book, Teach Don Maths, or listen to the Gab and Jules podcast?
Whoa, that's a tough one, isn't it?
You can all answer this.
What is Frank's book about again?
Himself.
Well, of course it is. Yeah. And is it one of the, what do you call the books that?
Oh, believe in yourself.
But what's the books called that you can listen to?
No. Oh, audio books.
Audios.
It has to be an audio book because Frank has to hear himself talk.
We asked him if he'd do it in English, and he said,
so Frank's book, Teaching Don Maths, which is probably an impossibility. I'll listen to the Gab and Jules. Well, I'm not doing that.
What?
I'm not listening.
Have you ever been on it?
No, I've never been on it. And they know not to ask my boss, because they know what the answer will be.
Is this question, do you call this Hobson's
I would rather teach Don Maths.
Okay.
Because I could have some fun with that.
Right.
The other
Starting
two,
with percentages.
That's what I'd rather do.
Would you call this question Hobson's choice, where there's not a good answer?
Well, what would be your answer?
But teaching Don's maths, I think, there would be a novelty about that. Because Don
It'd be interesting to see his face when he.
Yeah. Because Don makes you laugh when he doesn't think he's making you laugh.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Go for Don. Teaching Don maths.
Nedum, you're often on the Gab and Jules podcast. Would you prefer to read Frank's book or teach Don maths?
Yeah, no, this is a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier to learn French to read Frank's book than it would be to teach Don maths. So I'm going to have to say Frank's book.
Yeah.
We'll let him know when he's next on that you said that.
Don's mathematical prudence has travelled, hasn't it?
Yes, it's well known now. And in fact, I think it comes up on every extra time, so no doubt it'll come up on tomorrow's too.
He's comfortable with it.
He is. Well, if you're watching Don, we love you. And you know, it's fine, even without your maths. Anyway, thanks for joining us on the latest edition of Extra Time. Don't forget, ESPN FC is available 7 days a week.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.